All right, today we're with toilettravels.com and we're going to be talking a little bit about using a pumice stone in a toilet. Should we use a pumice stone? Will it scratch or damage our toilet? We've got the answers for you, and we'll tell you a few tips on how to best use a pumice stone. A little bit about a pumice stone. It's actually a volcanic rock, and it's really lightweight. It works as a great tool, kind of like sandpaper, because it has these rough, sharp edges, and a lot of its texture and the way it looks is because when it exits a volcano, when it's been ejected from a volcano, there's these little pockets of air bubbles inside. So it creates all these sharp edges, and it works really good to scrape, and whether it's scraping calluses off hands, tile and grout, or even the inside of toilets, it's a great tool to use. But I've been using pumice stones inside of my toilet for years. They work really good, but there's a few things you should know. First of all, you never want to use a pumice stone on a toilet seat, lid and seat. These are usually made either from wood or from plastic, and with surfaces that aren't really hard, pumice stones will damage those. Since a toilet bowl is porcelain, pumice it's like tile, it's just as hard. Pumice stone works really good, and so that's what we're going to be using today. I've already used it. I'll show you an example here, but a few things to note before you start using pumice stone inside of a toilet. The first thing you want to do is you want to get the pumice stone wet. You never use a dry pumice stone. When it's wet, it helps slide and glide a little bit, so it creates less resistance against the surface. I'll show you what this looks like when it's wet. So it just takes a few seconds to get wet. You can let it soak in. It will penetrate into the deeper layers of the pumice stone. The second thing is pressure. This is like sandpaper, so you do want to apply pressure. These work great for the toilet ring around the bowl, but sometimes it can be difficult to get off, and it can be difficult to remove that ring around the toilet bowl. What I always do, I use this as a last resort. This is the last step every time I clean a toilet bowl. What I'll do first is I'll use the toilet brush to loosen things up. Then I'll dump vinegar inside the toilet, and I'll let that sit anywhere from 4 to 5 hours. Preferably I'll do it overnight, and that really loosens things up, so that when I come back the next day and use the pumice stone, it's really easy to work on that ring and remove it around the toilet bowl. So that's how I use a pumice stone. It will not scratch your toilet, but it will scratch your toilet lid, your toilet seat. So you want to be careful that you just use it inside. And if you're prepping your toilet with vinegar or a good scrub, then you're not going to need to push too hard on the toilet ring to remove it, or any other type of mildew around the toilet. Just work at it for about a few minutes, 30 to 60 seconds, and eventually it will come off and your toilet will be looking new. I'll show you the inside of the toilet right now after I've used, and you can see this toilet is about 10 years old, but I removed the ring very easily using a toilet brush, vinegar, and then finishing up with the pumice stone. Thanks for watching another video from toilettravels.com. Visit us for more tips and tricks. Thanks for watching.